Hellos.
Hi.
We are back. He's here. He's home.
Yeah, I'm in person.
He's made it. Let us do this because I'm very excited.
Let us pray. I'm pouring it right on the ice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
All right. It might be a little much, but I'd rather it be too much right now.
Hoop. Ah, no. You can tell I used to do shots in a bar.
Oh, no. Like. Cheers. That's
fucking whole ass vibe.
That is pretty good. That's actually pretty good. I like it.
Yeah, it's a whole ass vibe.
Wow. I'm very sorry, guys. This is a competition cocktail. Because the guy is doing those again. Same guy from before. Bohemia Mixology or Speak Easier UK on Instagram. It's for a horror film theme. So I'm gonna do Jaws because I'm gonna call this Blood in the Water.
And I'm gonna call it Mushu. Because I know the ingredients.
Yes. I'll reveal those later, but one of them is moonshine.
Yeah. Speaking of weird spellings of things.
Yes.
This is like a dumb thing for me, and I think I talked about it on here. Did you see what I changed my name on Facebook to?
With the J?
Yeah.
Andrew?
Yeah, it's still pronounced Andrew, but I had so many people, they're like, dude, what the fuck is your first name on there? And I was like, oh, it's Andrew. And they're like, yeah, I know your name is Andrew, but like, what is that? And I was like, it's
Andrew. Just spelled differently.
Yeah.
I can't change it for a second.
Yeah. I'm thinking of gaslighting people.
That's how it's always been.
Yeah,
how did you not know?
No, that's how it's been spelled. Because like I have access to Photoshop and I know where my birth certificate is, so I can legitimately change it and be like, no, it's legit.
That'd be so fun, and especially if I'm just like, no, it's always been that.
But like get my mom in on it too, and she'll be like, yeah, no, it's an old family name.
And everyone's just like, no, and they start pulling up screenshots of your old page and be like, see, it's there, and they look and it's changed. You're like, no. And
if they did that, I'd be like, yeah, well, it's just it's the same reason that I had it gone for so long. Like, you're looking at it now, like, no, that's not Andrew. I'm like, it is Andrew. Like,
people just don't like that spelling.
Yeah, it's kind of xenophobic.
Oh my gosh. So we went to Weiss Distillery, me and Melissa. That's where I got the moonshine. It's called Weiss Lightning. But really we've been wanting to go there for like ever. The guy that is the he was the head bartender at the meeting house where we really like. He goes there on his Instagram all the time. Like, he's always visiting there. And so I was like, all right, if he's going there, like, you all right? I was like, we really gotta.
Yeah, I think the chat's still going off.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
We gotta try that place out, especially if he likes it. So, it's really cool. I highly recommend you go into it. The bar is hidden. So,
like a speakeasy?
Yes.
Nice.
It is a speakeasy. It's just cocktails. They have charcuterie and popcorn. Nice. Essentially, is their food. They have a vegetarian charcuterie and a one with meat. Okay. And then I think there's like one other small thing again, but it's nothing crazy. So, nuts. You can just get nuts.
Nuts.
Those were good. They came with the charcuterie. We did end up getting that because we got drunk, and then also they had a mishap with their like. What is it? The like reader that like prints off tickets and shit or whatever, maybe. Oh. And it told them they still needed to make the first cocktails we had, so they made it, and then they looked over and they were like, they already have drinks. Shit, because it was a different bartender, I think, that saw the ticket. And so she came over without the drinks in her hand. She was like, "How do you like your drinks?" And they're like, "They're really good," And she was like, "Great." And then she just walked over and she's like, "Cool. Well, here you go. Since you like it, I wanted to make sure first we fucked up the ticket thing, so we're not dumping it. Here you go." So we got. If I had known that, to be honest, I would have said like, maybe give it to someone else for free because I wanted to try something else, but I also wasn't going to turn it down. Yeah. Mostly because the first one was a moonshine drink, but it was called Fungus Among Us, and it had a mushroom broth with a garlic sesame something in it. And so it was really good, but it was also pretty strong. So I wanted to try to do something a little different. That's really good. That slaps. Still might adjust it a little bit, but anyways, but no, so that was really awesome. We had I had 4 drinks, and then we went and got pizza at the place next to it. It's directly across the street from Noble Fish.
Okay, I don't like sushi, but
Oh yeah, fuck! You don't like sushi, so you've never been there.
I have been there.
Oh, you've been? Oh yep. God, yeah, with everyone else, and you've probably come with me once or twice.
I don't think I've ever been with you. I've been with a lot of the girls I've talked to. So they're like, "Oh, let's go to Nobu," and I was like, "Yeah, let's go to Nobu." And then we get in there, and they're like, "Oh, what are you gonna get?" And I was like, "Nothing.
I don't like sushi.
I don't like sushi." And they're like, "Why'd you come here?" I was like, "Cause I like you."
I'm back trying to smash.
Yeah,
but
no fuck.
Oh my god, what's funny is you said that, and the way you said it made me think of the fucking music guy. I'm trying to remember. He makes all the songs on the spot, and he's like, "Let me in, I'm trying to fuck." Yeah. And I'm like, yes, it's perfect. Damn, sorry.
No, that's my bad.
But
I don't like danglies, so you'll see I'll constantly fidget with this to get it up.
You're not wrong. I probably should. Yeah, that does feel better. But no, I haven't been there in at least Noble Fish since we moved. Mm-hmm. So since it happened, you know how there used to be that Ace Hardware?
Yeah, I know that one.
Yeah, it's still there, but now there's a full high rise of I think there's apartments on the top and then different businesses.
Above the Ace Hardware?
Yeah.
You're telling me I can get an apartment above my favorite store?
I think it's an apartment or it's an office. But either way, there's...
If it's an office, you're telling me we can get studio space above my favorite store?
I'm not going to lie. I would not be opposed to having...
That'd make shit so easy.
A pod room, right... Because that'd be right in the middle for both of us. Also, hey, bring our guests back. Cool. The best sushi place... My favorite sushi place is literally at the base of this place, and then across the street is an awesome speakeasy.
Yeah.
Come hang out. But I went there, I was like, holy shit, that's a change. Yeah. So that was really awesome. And then being able to we parked at Noble Fish and then bolted across the street. But it was real cool. I'm glad we did that. And then we might talk about a little bit about it next week, but me and Melissa are going to they're having what's it? I just realized I'm leaning halfway onto the screen.
So I looked at myself when I was like this and was like, oh. I got to show off these fucking guns. I'm going to stand what's the best angle? This.
For the whole time?
Yeah. Puff the chest out a little. So how was your week? How was your weekend?
Yeah, how was your weekend? Good?
Yeah. Was it?
Did you
this is going to come out after this, but congrats to Mr. and Mrs. Gutierrez. I pronounced it properly the entire time and fucked it up after the ceremony.
Why? Is that...
Yeah, it's my buddy Wicker and his new wife, Isaiah, and I can't roll my R's very well unless I've been drinking, but Marina. I can't.
See, I can't roll my tongue. I just do the throat thing.
Yeah.
Marina.
I only got it right that one time because you had me make the fucking tortillas that I've never made. Sorry, tortillas. And then you were like, yeah, it's called like this. And I was like, I don't think it's pronounced like that. I think it's pronounced like this. And I was like, how the fuck?
It's because you figured out you're Mexican.
Yeah, but yeah, it was nice. I was very nervous up there, which is also why I said that's the last wedding I'm doing.
Yeah.
But it went over pretty well.
Fuck yeah.
They got married. Very beautiful, happy couple.
So you said Gutierrez, and I thought of Leah.
Yeah.
Because wasn't that her last name before she got married?
I think it was.
Leah Gutierrez?
I think it was pronounced a little different, but yeah.
Probably
they're
close.
Gutierrez.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yes. That sounds right.
But yeah, it was a nice little event. I was a little worried because my +1 couldn't go, which was a bummer.
Yeah.
But then I went to the bar, and like some of the other the groomsmen, they all came to the bar too, and like I was sitting there awkwardly because I just finished eating my food, and they showed up a little later, and then they sat down, and it was a little quiet, and then one of them was like, "So everybody caught up on Critical Role?" And then the rest of the night was just D&D and shit, man.
Dude, that's the best.
It was fun. Like, it honestly, like, and I shouldn't have been nervous because it was a bunch of military guys. So it was like, we're very good at just making friends.
You kind of have to be.
So like, we were all chill, hanging out the whole time. The photographer was really attractive, and I was like, I should go talk to them. But then I was like, I'm in Kalamazoo.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Also, I don't know how old they are, and this might be weird. I'm not gonna talk to them, so I just hung out with the boys, talked D&D.
Yeah, that is a thing, because at a certain point you're like, all right, well, you look like you might be within my age range, but maybe not.
Yeah,
at this point,
it's somebody's wedding. Like, I know there's that whole thing where it's like, everybody's trying to get with somebody at a wedding, but I'm like, it's
not someone working the wedding.
Like, technically, we're both working the wedding.
I mean, you're not wrong, but like, yeah, you're working it because you're friends with them versus like they hired this person. So like, yeah. You'd be like, are you hanging around after you're done working? And then that's when you're like, okay, maybe you make a move once she's officially off shift, and it's not like if she's hanging out to hang out, then you're like, all right.
There was one person that I did talk to. We were like joking around outside, and it was like a very smooth accidental pickup line. Cause she was giving somebody else shit about like his photography skills. Like, it wasn't a photographer; it was like a dude taking a fucking picture with a camera and phone.
That's fair.
She was like, I'm too drunk to even see what this looks like. It probably looks like shit because you're heterosexual and you hetero guys don't know how to take fucking photos. And then she looked at me. She looked at me and was like, sorry, you're a minister. You can't even have sex, so you're a hetero. No. And I was like, no, I paid the internet $25. I can fuck whoever I want. She was like,
I'm not a minister. Like, do you think I'm a real? No.
No. I was like, I do Wicker in the army. I was like, I've seen him naked too many times.
Yeah, basically. No, you're like, no, I can definitely smash.
Yeah, but it was a really nice wedding. The bride's mom, super cool.
Fuck yeah.
She pronounced my name properly the very first time, which is where I was like, I have to tell you I can't roll my R's. This is going to be difficult for me. And she was like, what do you mean you can't roll your R's? I was like, it's also ironic because I found out 2 years ago that I'm Hispanic and I can't do it.
I'm really white.
Yeah, but she was super nice.
Oh yeah.
Probably had one of my favorite wedding speeches ever because it was emotional, like it was tear jerky. And
the mom did a speach this time?
Yeah.
Okay,
and
that's
different. The very end of it, she was like, relationships have a lot of up and downs, but hopefully your guys' up and downs are only in the bedroom. And then she just went like that to be like, speech done. And I was like, 1, you didn't drop the mic. Thank you. But you dropped the mic. 2, holy shit, Mom.
That's hilarious. Yeah, she was just like, that's the one time she can look at her now son-in-law and just be like, you're welcome. And just like walk away. Because, that it is, that night's great.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. I felt bad because I had to drive home, and Wicker was like, you be sure to text me when you get home. And I was like,
not you.
I was like,
I'll let someone else know.
I will message you, but like, it's gonna be awkward if you're like getting busy and then you hear ding and you're like, Edie's safe. Like,
and then he's like, now I can. Yeah. And
she's like, wow, you've been hitting it for like a long time. What got into you? And then just the ding, Edie's safe.
You gotta know the boys are safe first.
It's the ultimate kiss of the homies goodnight.
It's finishing last for a reason.
But overall, it was a really nice, really fun wedding.
Fuck yeah, man.
DJ was one of the best DJs I've seen.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah. Like, no fault on yours. Yours was great too, but like this DJ, like he was like actually mashing shit up, and he was like reading the crowd and was like, all right, those guys went outside. These guys are still in here. Time to play that.
Play to your crowd the right way.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Really funny dude. He was actually one of those, like, he reminded me of one of those like old school like radio DJs that would like pop in and say something, but it was like actually good.
Hell yeah.
I was like, bro, hell yeah, you killed it, man.
This is sneaky.
This is
sneaky strongest.
Yeah.
I mean, like, again, there's moonshine in it.
Yeah.
But it is... The other stuff that I put in it definitely downplays it, and it is good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very happy with this first attempt. I did not expect it to go this well. I truly expected this to have to be like almost have to power it down.
I did too when you told me what was in it. And then I had that little taste from the bottom of the jigger.
Yes. Yeah.
And I was like, oh no.
Honestly, I think the one thing I might do is add an extra half ounce of the cacao, or another quarter ounce of the cacao, and do 3/4 of the raspberry, or the strawberry. So I think the strawberries, you can taste it, is still there.
It did lose the cacao, because what I tasted off of that was like full on like chocolate.
Yeah,
it was really good.
The cacao is only on the end.
Yeah,
like it's there, but I wanted a little more on there. This is graham cracker. I'm just going to tell you the ingredients now, because we're far enough in that the only people listening are friends.
Hi, Chrissy.
Hi, Ivy and Brennan.
Are you excited for the
and
wedding
Mark.
that we're going to on Saturday? Are you going to that wedding? Deb,
no.
Chris? You had a different wedding this weekend, didn't you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, I didn't get invited anyways, but...
I got invited last night.
I
don't know if
well,
you guys
live
watched,
with Chrissy. It's different. You've actually hung out with them a lot more.
Yeah.
I've met Chris once, I think.
Yeah, I
twice.
feel like it was a repeat of Jake, where like they started hanging out with me, and then they were like, "Can we please bring Edie?"
Yeah,
like,
I mean, well, again, it makes sense when you live with her too,
Yeah.
so it's cool. No, I have Dan Matovsky and Tessa.
Okay,
They're getting married, so I'm like legitimately excited, because they are. I mean, they've been together
a
long time.
I think together before we knew each other.
I think that I'm pretty sure they were together. Like, I think they had just started dating when I had first met Dan. Because I first met Dan at
they might have gotten together right when I started going to the Ritz, because I knew Dan before I was hanging out with you.
Yeah,
sound guy and shit.
I'll have to ask him. I'm like, so when was that? Because it must have been really close. Because when I met him, it was me and Anthony. We went to go see Miss May I. They were doing a small small room shows purposely, like a tiny tour of the rooms that they used to play before they blew up. So they were playing the Pike Room.
Oh God.
Yeah. Well, this was like. You know, 2 or 3 albums ago, when they were actually on, like, they were on a rise. Like, no offense for some fucking reason if they hear this, but they were on the rise.
Full offense if you do.
It was
hear
their
we're starting a beef. Let's go.
Yeah, it was their self-titled. Levi. He's a great dude.
I'm sure he is.
I would love almost nothing more than to actually hang out with that guy. I'll have to show you. Let me finish the story, but he bought like a basically like rundown old like restaurant thing, and just that used to be a home that turned into a restaurant, like something like that, and gutted it to its base, and then rebuilt the whole thing for his family. Like, basically found a restaurant that was, obviously it was broken down and cheap as fuck, and then just learned it all himself and did it all himself with his wife while she was pregnant. Figured out she was pregnant at the time, into the way or whatever, but like, so he's real cool. But either way, so we're supposed to be going to see them at the Miss May I. We get to the line, and the only people there that are in front of us are Dan and his drummer at the time, Nick. And so me and Anthony are like, oh, hi, whatever, shooting the shit, because they're just standing there. And essentially find out, oh, you're in a band. Oh, we're just starting our band. Like, I think we had maybe just played. We hadn't even played our first show, or had just played the one barn show that it was like our we didn't really like we promoted it, but it was a graduation party that they let someone host a show in their giant bar.
Talking about that.
Yeah, I was drunk as fuck. It was not a good first show because we went on a whole band early. So like the time that I was supposed to be able to eat pizza after drinking, I made a yucca jar. Yucca it's like a Polish thing where essentially you just put a fuckload of vodka, a bunch of sugar, and a bunch of lemons in a giant thing, and you let it sit, and that's your drink. So I was drinking that. And then I was like, cool, I got like 45 minutes. Someone had just got there with pizza, and the guy who was running it was like, hey, the band that's on after you isn't here yet, and they're almost going to be here, so we're going to swap you with them. And I was like, cool. I'm like I'm just close enough to the point where like walking was like okay, make sure I don't walk. Like I had to actively make sure when I walked it didn't look like I was shit faced.
Yeah.
And so like I finally got there, and yeah, we played that set, and I was like, guys, I was like, look, none of them were mad because they were like, yeah, we're going on fucking like 30 to 45 minutes early. You were supposed to eat, and I smashed half a piece of pizza, like.
And then you're trying to fucking exercise, like, because you're a fucking drummer.
Yeah. Also, I was fat at the time. Like, I was not in shape. It was at the beginning of my like bloating from drinking. Like that was the start of like I'm good at drinking, and I realized it, so I started drinking heavily.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, yeah, it'll be totally good. I'll have like 2 pieces of pizza and I'll level out. And I had half a piece before we played. And it went okay. That's where we met Leah for the very first time. It was her and it was Leah and her ex. We've said the name already. I just realized it's funny.
Yeah, that's why I was laughing.
But yeah, so we met them, and he was like, he heard the one song and was like, I want a shirt with that on it. And so we made that shirt, and I still have them in the basement. But yeah,
nice.
Yeah, you know that shirt.
Yeah, I know all the shirts.
Yeah. So we had that, and it went okay, but he was like really impressed with us, and I was like, bro, I'm like fucking, like I finally sobered up by the end of the 30-minute set. But I was sweating because it was in a barn. So I'm just like, it was the biggest struggle bus. Everything was, it was a first show. It was a very, very much a fucking first show.
Yeah.
But either way, back to my story. So we meet them, and they're standing there, and I was like, we're chatting, and then all of a sudden, Josiah and his girlfriend, Melissa, so, different Melissa, they walk up with a pizza. Little Caesars, and they're like, hey, like, oh, okay, cool. They're like, yeah, we were here like probably 30 minutes, 45 minutes ago, and we realized like, all right, we probably still have like an hour till anyone actually really shows up. We just want front row. So they showed up, and we all like split this pizza, and now I only hang out with Dan, but like, it's
I hung out with Anthony a good deal last year.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
I feel like it might have been long enough that I probably could.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Hang out with Anthony.
Yeah, I talked to them about it a little bit. Nothing too astringent. I don't know if that's a word. It sounds like a word. Yeah. But yeah, I talked to them about it a little bit, and they're like, "Yeah, what have you guys been up to?" He was like, "I'd love to be on the podcast," and I was like, "That'd be dope. You should." And then I stopped talking to our mutual connection.
And yeah.
I
mean, we always could like do that once we finish things and you're back from Canada.
Yeah.
But like, oh shit, that said we should move that before you leave.
Oh, the table?
Yeah. But we were
which also I gotta say I find this funny because of the way we have the set behind us.
Yeah.
There's 2 tables. It looks like they clipped together.
Oh, yeah, you're not wrong. That's so funny. Also, we got to get you... Maybe take that tiny green screen from the basement before we leave. We'll have to remember to grab that.
Yeah.
Because at the very least, like, you can kind of throw it behind you.
Yeah, I was also thinking... I got to hit up Alana again. Once I get to the job... 1, I'm going to be making more money. 2, I'm going to get all my PTO. 3, I'm going to get all my 401k. So I'm going to have.
I would.
I know you would roll it over, but I'm going to give myself a nest egg for 2024.
Yeah, you're not wrong, to be honest. Also, like, I don't mean to be mean, but like it's probably not.
It's not a lot.
It's not. Yeah, it's not enough to be like, all right, I'm really losing out.
Yeah, it's not a lot.
Especially once your new job will like obviously provide. You'll probably be caught up after like 6 months now instead of.
I think I'll be caught up a lot quicker,
which is nice. And you need a nest egg.
I don't want to get into details, but they're just going to work, not counting hours. They're going to pay a good chunk of my bills. Like with the per diem and the phone and everything. Like,
God, I already forgot about all that shit. Yeah, that's so awesome, man.
There's a shit ton of extra.
I am so fucking happy for you on that. I was telling someone about it too. I was like, bro, like, oh, it's my therapist. I was talking to my therapist about the fact that, like I mentioned to you, like, our whole friendship, I've always had, like, in the back of my head, like, I might have to, like, save you.
Yeah.
Essentially. Not save you, but, you know.
I talked to my therapist about it about a year or 2 ago when I was actively going to therapy. I self-sabotage a lot.
Yeah.
And, like, I've gotten a lot better in the past year of not doing that, where I'm like, oh, let me actually, like, focus on the shit I want to focus on.
It's,
like,
to be honest, it's hard.
Oh, dude, 100%.
It is hard, and it's especially hard when you're single.
Oh, yeah.
Because, I mean, obviously, you saw me. I fucking shaped out a little bit more once I was in a relationship. But, like, when you're single and no one actually at all depends on you, it really is easy to just be like, fuck it. I'm going to go do this.
Yeah. Dude, getting the cats. That was a fucking, like...
Yeah.
I don't want to say lifesaver, but probably in the long run. Yeah.
No, honestly, I think that was. Yeah. Having to actually be responsible for anything or anyone is a game changer. I mean, shit. They say, like, when you have a kid, like, there's like a like chemical switch in, like, specifically the males. Like, there's a specific like if you're a good dad, gotta point that out, because there's a lot that are shit and didn't get it. But if you're a good dad, the fact that, like, essentially the second you realize, like, you actually have a child coming, there's some weird chemical shit that just flips in your body that's just like, provide. And as weird as it is, like, I've heard so many, like, people on podcasts, all of them, like, as soon as they're like, look, like, as soon as I had a kid, like, the money just shows up. Because all of a sudden, like, it actually matters. And you, like... there's something that clicks, and the being able to fuck around thing, like, that's really what it is. It's either you can actually stop yourself from fucking around, or you can't.
Yeah, which ironically, with being single, which I think I've mentioned this on the podcast too. I know I've mentioned it to you before as well.
Just a little bit.
You two, this side.
Fuck.
Yeah.
It's one problem.
Yeah. I'm positive I've mentioned it on here, and I know I've talked to you about it a few times. I know I've talked to you about it because you invited me to, like, a New Year's thing or something, and I was like, no thanks. And you're like, oh, it's gonna be kind of chill and low key. Like, it was like mainly couples that were coming over to your house, and I was like,
I'm trying to remember which year that was.
I want to say it might have been that year. No, it was after you had this house, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah, because, that year was the last year I was at my house.
Yeah.
I did have one with some couples, but...
I want to say it was here, and it was, like, mainly couples here.
I'll be honest, we've never actually done a New Year's here.
Or you were talking about it or
We
something.
might have done it, and then you like, nah, I'm going to go...
Yeah.
And then we didn't end up doing anything. I think we just came home.
So I was like, I'm going to go to Ohio.
I don't think we've actually done, like, a New Year's party since I moved. I don't think we've done, because the first year we were in here in the house.
Yeah, I think you were planning on it, and then you were like, "No, we just went to." You went somewhere.
Florida.
Yeah.
We came back from Florida with COVID. That's exactly, like, we flew in the day of New Year's, like the 31st. We flew in, got home, and then woke up on the 1st with COVID.
Yeah. and I went to Ohio.
Yes. And
with clear intents of adventuring, but also like, that doesn't always happen. But being single,
that happened.
I was gonna say, being single, you brought up the fuck around thing. Like, being single, like, that's another aspect of self-sabotaging, because it's like, I felt like I had to go to parties.
Yeah. No, I feel that.
Yeah, like, I want to go to some, and I still feel like there's a part of me that's like, yeah, you're not gonna fucking beat somebody sitting at home or going and doing a podcast or playing Pathfinder or D&D. Like,
yeah,
you got to go out and do shit.
I'm with you there, but in a certain way, I think it obviously, like, I mean, yes, you do play a lot of D&D games, so like obviously maybe not doing one or two of those would help. Yeah. But like, now that like it's been like almost a month, it'll be over a month once this drops, but like now that it's been almost a month since we're done with our marriage thing, we're back from the honeymoon, and it's been like a week and a half since we actually, I think it's been like almost 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Just over two. Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Because I don't want to reveal. I know the date today. I don't want to reveal the day because it'll date us. I'll reveal it. It's October 3rd.
Yes, it is. It's October 3rd.
Yeah.
It's a good day.
It's a great day.
But we...
That's the day I plan to die. In like 40 years.
I mean, I'm going to forget that. And then it'll happen.
It's part of my tattoo.
That's funny. I'm going to be honest. Like, I feel like the problem is you're going to, like, the day's going to come and you're, like, going to be close and you're like, but I'm not close enough. And then you'll have to wait another year.
No, I think what's going to happen is, like, I'm going to remember it, like, day of. And I'll be like, oh, shit. And then it's going to be, like, 11:59 at night. And I'll be like, okay, we good. And then just fucking Donnie Darko, a plane crashes into my house. And I'm like, damn it.
I was so close.
That's right. I watched Donnie Darko once. Did I understand it? No.
Fair. I haven't seen it yet.
It's okay. It's a decent movie.
I feel like now that like it's all hyped up, I'm like, all right.
Yeah, cool. That's how I felt. I was like,
but I no, now that we're a little bit, oh shit, I'm going to do this right now because we have plans to hang out with someone tomorrow, and I was supposed to
I got
triple check
in a cup tomorrow.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna leave it open to that, so when I open it I can text them. Now someone hit us up like a couple days ago and was like, hey, we're like coming out by you if you wanted to join us, and it was like as I literally finished dinner. Like, I was handing Melissa her plate when the text came through, and I was like, we literally just started eating.
Who is it?
Jamie. Lucero. You don't know them.
Say Rourke.
The DJ. Jamie and Rochelle.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Jamie hit us up. He was coming up to... He's going to somewhere in Lapeer, so not, like, right by us, but he's like, it's close to you guys if you wanted to join us. And I was like... It was 7 o'clock already, so I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
So, but either way, I was like, hey, no, let's actually hang out, though. Like... That was my first, like, initiative of, like, okay, like, I need to really start, like, not just, like, oh, I can't, but, like, let's set a day that I know we're good. Yeah. So that was like, okay, it felt good to do that. And so we're going to they're either coming over here or we're going to go hang out with them. But now that we have this freedom a bit more, like, I really am going to try to make a bit more of a conscious effort to, like, at least once a week hang out with, or once every other week.
Bi-weekly.
Yeah, once every other week.
It's a lot easier to do.
Try to hang out with someone individually, because I was just like, it's so easy now that, like, time flies that, like, you can go an entire year without seeing your friend. Yeah. So I'm like, all right, at the very least, if I do bi-weekly, like, I'll still at least see each of my friends, like, once a year. Other than events, like, I'll try and invite all my friends to certain events, that kind of thing.
Try to go out more too, man. Like, I noticed that when I started living with Chrissy, like, she didn't talk me into a few things, but it was more like, hey, do you want to go to this? And I was like, yeah, I have nothing going on. But then also, like, now I actively want to. Like, I'm looking forward to the wedding next weekend.
Yeah.
Or this weekend, I guess.
Well, especially one that you can just go to enjoy it. That's the same thing with us.
Yup. I can go. I don't have to worry about doing anything. Yeah. Yours, I was definitely a little nervous for, because I was like, I have to do a speech, and you told me, like, just now. You told me like a couple weeks before the wedding.
Oh yeah, we asked you a couple weeks before to,
and then also the whole ripping my pants thing, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
which I did tell a few people at well, I guess his last name isn't Wicker anymore, Isaiah. I told a few people at his wedding, so they're like, "Oh, what was the highest anxiety thing?" I was like, "Well, the first one was when I did my cousin's wedding, and it was like, oh my god, this is somebody I care about," so I started getting nervous. And then yours was up there too, but Brandon's was the worst. They were like, why? What happened there? I was like, I had to give a speech, and I had ripped my pants 35 minutes prior, and they had just gotten sewn. They were like, what? I was like, yeah, it was scary as fuck.
Here's the picture of me nervously smiling to hide my crotch.
With my hands down, everybody else's hands are up.
And you're like, that was so funny. I love that. That's my profile pic. It's my cover photo.
Yeah. Which you can see me like fighting back the tears in Melissa's cover photo.
That's so funny.
Yeah, if you look closely, you can see it real clear in your face. You're going. But if you look at
yeah,
if you look at my face, you can see me like eyes closed, and I'm looking down like.
Yeah. It was it's a very good it's the picture of me seeing her for the first time. Yeah. Yep. It's so funny. Yeah. No, we
your wedding, by the way.
Yes.
Top.
It was
tied with top, because my parents' wedding is also top.
Oh yeah. You can't. Yeah, that's such an actual thing. But no, we do want to try and go out more. The problem really is, like, Penny's such a fucking needy dog. Mm. And we love her, but she is a bit needy, and we feel bad that, like, we don't want to be consistently gone all the time, because she is. It's not that she's needy. She's a high energy dog that is supposed to get a lot of work. She's a working dog. Yeah. And we don't really have all the time to try and play with her and get her, like, tired. So when we can, we do try to at least be home as much as we can for her, so we can play and have her be with us. But we're trying to expand, like, doing date nights again, like, you know, reasonably. Like, oh, that's right, I never finished the cocktail thing we're going to on Friday. So there's essentially there's like, I think it's like somewhere between, like, I think it's like 15 to 20 different, like, speakeasies, and they're all going to be at the Eastern Market.
Okay.
They're taking over building 3, which is indoors, and they're going to it's essentially like we paid for the ticket, and it comes with 15 cocktails. I assume it's, like, obviously samples of a cocktail,
like a little flight.
Yeah, something like that. So we're like, cool, like, we can go basically just hopefully try each one. The one of them that's going to be there is that Eastman's place. That's the meeting house guy. Like, their restaurant's going to soft debut there. So I was like, that we're definitely, like, we were debating going, and we saw that, and I was like, cool, we're definitely going. So we're going to do that, but we're still trying to, like, go on relatively, like, cost-effective dates first, and then, like, other than the one at the Weiss, because we went a little ballsy because we got a bunch of cocktails, and it was the first one since the wedding, so we, like, Melissa finally got to, like, relax. But we did, I'm trying to, I need to make sure, like, I hit up my friends, like, especially my, like, I need to hit up Ryan, I need to hit up all my groomsmen, actually go hang out with them like, I mean, other than you and my brother, like, I need to actually, like, try and hang out with some of them, or hang out with some of my other close friends that I just haven't, like Andy and Emilio and Mike and all of them. Like, I just haven't seen a lot of them, and life's been happening, and I'm like, all right, like, it's time to really start seeing people, make efforts.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen Wicker since he got out of the unit.
Yeah. I mean, I obviously I haven't seen him since the Buffalo House.
Yeah.
So that's been at least fucking 4 years?
Yeah, it's been a minute. Like,
Jesus Christ, it's been 5 years since the Buffalo House.
Yeah. If not a little longer. It was like, what, 2015, 2016-ish?
Yeah. Did I help you move out?
Probably.
I feel like I did, but I don't remember it.
Where the fuck did I move? Oh, I moved to George's house.
You're right.
I don't know if you helped me move.
I don't think I did because George was there and you all moved out yourself.
Miles helped me move.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which was a con to help them move into Chrissy's house. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he helped me move so that I would help them move, or vice versa. Yeah.
Yeah. That sounds right. I don't know. But because I was like, I think I would have remembered, like, saying goodbye to the house. Because I don't think I ever got to really, like we did at the first place, like, just kind of sit in it for, like, a minute or two and, like, look around and be like, all right, bye.
It was also, like, we were all trying to get the fuck out of there because
it wasn't a good time. Yeah. It was not a good time.
You might have helped me move out of the house that George and I had in St. Clair Shores.
I did. Yeah. I did help that. Yeah, because you guys moved in that one, then you moved to the Detroit one, and then you moved to the apartment.
Moved to the townhouse or the apartment, yeah.
And then moved to my house.
Yeah.
And then moved to your apartment.
House.
Oh yeah, Melissa's house.
And then I moved to your house. And then I moved to the townhouse.
And then you moved to the townhouse.
And then I moved to Chrissy's house.
And then you moved to Chrissy's house, and we are there.
Yeah.
And hopefully the next move
will be a fairly permanent one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hopefully. We'll see.
Yeah.
I can see, hopefully not, but I can see like one more like apartment townhouse.
Yeah.
At max.
Yeah.
Depending on how the next like year or two goes. Just
yeah, I think it'll go good.
Hopefully 2 years.
I did feel like a dick because you were talking like I need to make a concentrated effort to hang out and talk to my friends more, and I was like on my phone. I was texting Chrissy.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because I was like, oh, my phone just went off, and she was like, hey, do you want to go to this? And I was like, I got the podcast. Like,
we're almost done.
Maybe after. Also, I'm broke right now until payday, so I need to get some food, which means I got to go home to eat food.
Yeah. Nah. And that's part of it too, is honestly for me is like, all right, like trying not to spend as much money as I can because we're just now back to work, and technically my work could go on strike still. So I'm in this like weird middle ground of having to be really careful. Once that's done, honestly, I think I will be in a different world of relaxed and finally relaxed, because like she can relax, but I have that of like there's still that like it's in the top of my spine, like right in the middle between my shoulder blades is where I can feel that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right,
I'm similar-ish, but you know they could go on strike, but also like I am in the middle of changing jobs, so it's like
a lot.
Yeah, I'm like there's gonna be like a solid month where I'm like broke. Also, it just so happens to be tied on to you had your wedding, which I spent a lot of money on.
Yeah.
We had Wicker's wedding, which I spent a lot of money on. Not as much as yours, because really all I had to do was just drive there. I have Deb and Chris's wedding coming up, which won't be as much money, but I got to drive there. And because of all this driving to everywhere, I have to get another oil change soon.
I actually have to get an oil change finally. It's the first one on my new one.
Oh, yeah, because you've been home.
Yeah, I was off for fucking couple months, so I didn't have to drive. So I'm like, cool, I have to. And the problem is it came on yesterday. And I was like, fuck, like, I don't have time to do it, so it's going to happen next week.
Yeah, mine luckily has not happened yet. I am hoping that I can get off early enough on Friday.
Yeah.
To just be like, all right, I'm going to carpool with Chrissy and Kai and just go with them to the wedding.
Yeah.
And then if I do have to get the oil change, my last day is next Thursday.
Honestly, I was going to say you could probably, since it's Saturday, right?
Yeah.
So then if your work tries to make you work, just be like, no. And
I
then
already told them I'm not working any more Fridays or
Yeah.
any more weekends.
yeah, perfect.
The only thing is Chrissy is going Friday,
Oh,
part of the rehearsal. So I'm like, I need to figure out what time.
well, where is
they're
it
going.
at?
I think Jackson.
Oh, so she's just gonna stay out there on Friday.
Yeah. Her and Kai got a hotel. They got 2 beds, and I'm splitting it with them. I'm sleeping in one of the other beds, and then I made a joke where I was like, I can find another bed to sleep in, and they were like, no, that's kind of fucked up, and I was like, a little bit, but then I could tell they were like, he could though, not for sex, just a bed.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's it. That's definitely more of it. Like after the wedding, like if they feel like it, they're gonna be like, "Fuck, Edie's right over there.
Yeah.
We can't." And then, yeah, that's fair.
But they were cool with
Feel free to let them know. This happens after. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, feel free to let me know.
Did you let them?
Did you kick me out of the bedroom and be like, Edie, go find another room? Did I find another room?
Go find another room for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, I've slept in a laundromat before so a roomie could get some. I'm like the ultimate wingman. To be fair, it was barracks, so like
That, yeah.
the laundry room was like underneath us.
That's
But,
funny.
Still, I slept in there for
Yeah.
like a solid 4
Space.
hours. Yeah,
It works.
yeah.
But, I say we call it.
Get this stuff moved. Get me home.
Yeah, because I'm also gonna make. I don't remember what the fuck we were supposed to make for dinner, but I'll figure that out. But, thank you guys so much. We love you. Thank you for supporting. Next week is fucking 3 years,
Yeah.
so we're gonna reminisce a bit more then. Like we kind of we did a little bit today, but we avoided it. But yeah, thank you guys so much. The whole like, comment, subscribe thing for the genericness of saying it, and
Smash that bell, baby.
smash the bell, or smash someone else.
Yeah.
Have a great time. Have a great week. We love you, and
Yeah. Tell us how your weekend was.
yeah, tell us how your weekend was in the comments, and predict your week, and see if you were right. And then update us next week if you were wrong or right.
Yeah. I quit my job in 4 days. It's my
Fuck
last
yeah.
day as of this dropping, which is dope.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Bye.